Thank you. We will then move to opposition. I have one opposition witness listed, David Mastagni. Are you with us on the telephone?
I am.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to appear today on behalf of PORAC and the California Association of Highway Patrolmen. My law enforcement clients understand firsthand the scourge of gun violence. Unfortunately, SB505 will have little impact on individuals who commit crimes with guns, but it will impose significant burdens on the constitutional rights of law-abiding citizens. The bill cannot withstand the standards set forth in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association. There, the court said that to sustain a regulation, the government may not simply posit that the regulation promotes an important interest, but rather the government must demonstrate that the regulation is consistent with this nation's historical tradition of firearm regulation. This bill unconstitutionally imposes strict liability on the exercise of the Second Amendment, a restriction for which no historical tradition exists. To the contrary, California courts have consistently rejected the strict liability standard for the use of a firearm. Further, our Supreme Court has held that the First Amendment precludes application of strict liability to defamation cases. As the U.S. Supreme Court held that the Second Amendment standard mirrors the First Amendment, strict liability is not an available policy option. Strict liability on the use of firearms also necessarily extends strict liability to the justified use of a firearm in self-defense. This violates both the inherent right to self-defense in the U.S. Constitution and the express right in the California Constitution. Finally, requiring insurance is plainly unconstitutional because no historical tradition exists for this first-in-the-nation regulation. The financial and regulatory burden will discriminate against the less affluent, who will not be able to afford or obtain insurance, and it'll have a disparate impact on underrepresented and vulnerable populations. We urge you to reconsider firearm legislation in light of the court's new standard rather than inviting an immediate legal challenge, and to focus on gun legislation expressly permitted by the Supreme Court, namely keeping guns out of the hands of prohibited persons and imposing consequences on individuals who commit crimes with guns. Thank you.
Thank you very much.